welcome back to another season of Get Fit with Gaston with Miss Yawanda Thompson. I am your host, Kiwa Gis, and today we're talking about resistance bands. So thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. How are you, Kiwa?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, ma'am. So I have a couple questions for you. Do resistance bands actually build muscle and help you lose weight?
Yes, great question. A lot of people think it doesn't, right? Because everybody thinks that lifting weights, the dumbbells and the bars are the best way.
Right.
But actually, the resistance bands help to reduce injuries. So when you pull against a resistance band, you're contracting your muscle, and therefore you are building muscle.
Okay.
How about that? But less injury and less likely to create injuries.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Are there other types of resistance bands? And if so, what are they?
So many different resistance bands now, which is awesome. And they come in different strengths as well. Back in the day, it used to be different colors meant different things. Now, like red would be the hardest, black would be, but now you don't know. You just kind of have to, when you go online, you have to see what strength you want and take it from there.
Okay.
But we have certain types I'm going to show you today that they use with physical therapy.
Cool.
And then you have some that you can just use for the general population.
Right.
And they're super portable, super functional, and super easy to do, especially for people who travel.
Okay.
A lot of my clients who travel, you just pack them up. They weigh absolutely nothing.
Right.
And you can take them wherever. And I can give them prescriptions and ideas and design workouts for them on the go.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's nice.
Yeah.
How often do people use their bands during physical therapy?
Usually every time they're visit, and that's just dependent upon the injury. That's just so hard to say, because some people might not even use bands, but most often they do, especially when they have joint injuries and they're trying to build those muscles back up, but without injuring them again, right? Leading them back to another surgery. So we want to use the bands before we progress them to back in the gym with the heavy weights.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever trained anybody in that area?
Oh my gosh, yes. And that's what we're going to do today, show you guys some fun ways to do it. It's low cost, right? And like I said, and very portable. So I'm going to show you some very convenient ways to work out with the bands.
All right then. Well, I am super excited to see what you guys have in store for us today. Thank you again, and let's get started.
Let's do it.
All right, everyone, just sit tight. We'll be starting pretty soon.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think in our world, people always, they're searching for a connection. If you can connect with someone through music or writing or, a video, a film, and they can feel something that you felt or that you're trying to portray, I think that creates that connection that people are looking for.
My name is Ashlyn Treat, and my main focus at Gaston College is video production.
I love being in the studio. It's such a real life experience. We go on tours and we see real news studios, and it's literally just a smaller, scaled down version of exactly what they do in the real world. And I think that's great to have experience while you're still in school. Do you want them to start at thank you for being here, or just go straight to the closing? Just do that whole thing again. This program has given me such a great base that I can go to a news station in Charlotte and get an internship or a job, work my way up. Just be natural and then hold for a good 5 seconds after you end so we can block it out. You good? Okay. We're good.
Can we get a quiet on set?
Quiet on set.
I'm Carson Dockery, and I love sportscasting.
It was a brainstorming session at first, and I sort of just brought up the idea of, hey, we could do a podcast.
Welcome into the Gaston Gazette High School Football Preview Show, looking at Week 6 of high school football. Richard Walker and Jack Flagler here. Before we get started, always want to thank Carson Dockery, our producer. Want to thank Gaston College for the microphones, the facilities to set us up here.
I, as much as anybody, appreciate just sitting down and reading a newspaper. At the same time, a lot of people are going away from it.
And, young guys can sometimes hang their head and say, I guess this isn't our year.
Podcasting is, I think, a natural bridge, like a natural segue. Often give people what they want, just new and different ways to do that.
They faced challenges and answered every one of them, so you got to give it up. Obviously, the Golden Lions are not multi-time state champions without reason.
My name is Brandon Hunt, and I have an interest in all areas of broadcasting.
I was in Maui
Hawaii. My friend, he had a drone. I saw the things that the drone can do and the shots that it can get. It persuaded me to get one. I used the drone for like weddings, music videos, photography. To be in a program where everybody helps you, they've given me the knowledge that I needed to start my business. I mean, they'll help you. They're more than willing to help you and put you in the right direction that you want to go.
My name's Scott Sanders, and I love music and audio engineering.
You need to be driven to want to do something in this field, whether it's on the audio end or the video end. You have to want to be here. It is a lot of work.
I'm putting different promos in, uploading them into production now. Set the date these are good for.
Cafe, the band performs live.
Doing the World Cafe right now, and then I'll also do a promo for the morning edition.
About his love of Warren Zevon and Bob Dylan.
It's broadened my view on the opportunities. If you know your way around a mixing board or behind a camera, it just opens so many more doors.
I'm Lanayla Barksdale, and my main interest is in audio production, focusing on voiceovers. I'm learning a lot in the audio portion of broadcasting.
Let's not roll off so much on that.
There's so many different ways to edit and make changes. I've come a long ways.
Because again, your guitar solo is going to kind of take the place of the singer for a little bit, so you really want to shine through.
You know, I hear different people say, "Oh, you have such a nice speaking voice." Would listen, watch commercials, or whether it be television or radio, and I said, you know, I could do that.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Iwanda. Glad you can join us for another season of Get Fit with Gaston. We're back. Happy New Year with the Dream Team. I got my sidekicks in the house. Got Anthony's back. Boom. That's right. And then introducing to you Halima, future personal trainer of the stars.
Yes.
Right. I believe in
That's
speaking,
right. That's right.
speaking things into fruition. Yes.
That's right.
All right, guys. So today's subject matter is working out with bands. All right, and I want to show people how to work out with bands, because as we get older, and not even just as we get older, you can incur some injuries, especially if you're an athlete. You started very young in your life, and you don't want to become sedentary, so you need to figure out different ways to work out without re-injuring and putting yourself in what we call the injury cycle. Yes, there's an injury cycle. So when you use the bands, there is less stress on your joints, but you can still, believe it or not, build up those muscles in the same form, fit fashion. So we're going to show you at least, I think, 3 different types of bands today, or 4. So hang in there with us and we'll get started. All right. Halima is going to show us the first few workouts that you can use with the band. And the great thing about bands, again, is that they're portable, right? If you're a person who travels, there's no excuses. I have a lot of clients who travel a lot. The bands weigh absolutely almost nothing. You can bring them along with you, and you can work out with them in your hotel room, right? Or you can get up in the morning, you can have it under your bed, pull it out from under your bed, and there's half of your calisthenics done before your day even gets started. All right, so we'll start with Halima, ladies first. All right, Halima, what do you have for us to start off with?
So we have several different exercises we'll be showing you how to do with different resistance bands. First, we will start off from squat to press, and we're going to show you how to do those with 2 different kinds of resistance bands. You go on a squat and you press.
Yes, press. So we're showing you this band which has a different tension in it. You can still purchase these at any strength you want to. All bands are not the same. Some of them are easier to move and some of them get harder, so you want to have different levels so that you can build up your muscle. And these are our traditional ones that we use, you've probably seen in the gym. That is what Anthony is using. This one is quite tougher. Let's do 5 more from here. So when you are doing this squat, let's talk about form. You're going to inhale when you go down, you're going to exhale at the top, you're sitting in your heels. We're gonna fix our feet. Give me 3 more and fix your feet for me, Halima and Ant. We want them straight ahead. Good, butt goes back towards the heel. Keep a proud chest as you're going down. And then last one. All right, so for time restrictions on this show, we're gonna shorten down our reps. But I can tell you about the ones that work the best for me. You can do 3 or 4 sets. People tend to do in between 12 to 15 reps. If you want to go higher, 25 and 30, actually studies show that they don't know if you're getting any more results after you pass 15 reps. Isn't that interesting? But if you want to go past it, hey, do you. So you can either do reps, or here's another way you can do it. You can say you're going to go for seconds. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do that for 30-second squat press. Maybe I'm gonna do it for a minute and then take a 30-second break and move on. So keep your workout interesting. What you got for us, the second exercise?
So the second one is a partner workout. So Anthony's gonna put that around him. So we're both gonna go in a squat, and I'm gonna do a wide grip rope.
Okay, so this is very creative. I love partner workouts because just things you can do with your friends or your spouse, and you can motivate each other, right? When you want to quit or punk out, as we said, your partner can push you like, come on, give me 5 more. So what are we doing? We are in a squat here. We're sitting our heels. I'm going to correct Anthony. Come on out of it, you guys, and stop for a minute. So if you notice, Anthony originally went down with his feet externally rotated at the ankle. Some places you may go to train and they will do that. I'm not going to mention any certain names of places who do that. I don't want any lawsuits or anything. However, I'll just tell you my opinion. We want to keep our body kinetically chained in direct motion of how the body is supposed to flow. So my train of thought is, if I exercise with my feet going out, I'm training my muscles to do that. And that's why you see a lot of people who walk like this with their feet out. And that's just not how our body is really designed to walk. We want things straightforward, so why not train the body the way we want it to work? So I'm still old school. Like I said, a controversy is still out whether you go this way or this way. A lot of times people go this way because you can get in a deeper squat. That's why they want it that way, because they want to work the glutes. But the squat is not the #1 exercises to activate the glutes, and I'll show you some today. So for just peace of mind for Iwanda Thompson old school, let's have our feet forward, shoulder width apart, because when we go down this way, we are directly going into the heel, coming up with a proud chest, using our glutes on the way out. All right, so we're gonna sit that way as well, and she's gonna work her rhomboids here right in between her scapula. So we got scapular retraction, we got anterior, posterior deltoids, and we got a little bit of, what we got, mid-lats, mid-traps working as well. Release and up. Yeah, you rest for a few seconds, and then this time, let's switch it, and then you'll do the rows, yeah? So we'll put it around Halima. So this is just to make your workout, again, like I said, fun with your significant, hey, it's Valentine's Day. Yeah, why don't y'all do that? Yes. You can do this after your meal, before your meal, get in an extra calorie burning exercises. So I want you to change your grip to this way. Really, yeah, it makes a huge difference. Now that he changed that grip, now we're doing that external retraction of the scapula. I can see his scapula in behind his shirt. This muscle right here is called the rhomboid, so he's working it. He's working his glutes, he got his abs retracted, and he's working his mid to lower traps. And breathe, breathe, and breathe. Awesome sauce. All right, that's 2 with the band. See what I'm saying? Now, let's say you don't have your partner and you're traveling. Listen, I've done tons of boot camps. If there's a tree, you take that band, you throw it across the tree, or you go to a local park and you throw it across a bench and you row. No excuses. What you got? You got one more for us?
Yes, I have one more.
Okay, I think we're gonna work the lower body here, correct?
Yes. So this one is squat to lateral raise. So you put the band right above your knees.
Okay, you're gonna go up a little bit. Then Ant's gonna be shadowing her. We're gonna show you guys how to work these abductors, right?
Yes.
And gluteus maximus.
All right, so we'll do 1, 2, 3. Squat down 1, squat down 2.
Nice.
Squat down 3.
Good.
Now we'll do 2. 1, 2. Squat down 1, squat down 2, and 1.
Awesome. So thank you guys. So we're gonna grab your mats and put them back out. So that's awesome. Again, this thing right here they just did is also cardiovascular, correct?
Yes.
Did y'all not feel your heart rate get up a little bit?
Definitely.
Anytime you're moving and using your muscle, now you're raising your heart rate. The muscle that we were focusing on when she raised and him raised his leg up was called what we call abductors. In layman terms, outside thigh, right?
Yes.
Outside of that gluteus maximus medius. And then again, calorie burner because you're getting your heart rate up because you're moving back and forth. I like that one. All right, so now we're gonna take it to a couple that I wanted to do. So grab your bands again while we're standing. I'm gonna show you a couple more things you can do. I think I'm gonna get into the upright rows with the band. Okay. Now, let me talk about how to make this thing tougher. The toughest is having a tighter band, of course, and then having both feet in. If you have both feet in, it's gonna work your muscles harder. If you feel as though that is too hard, you take one foot out. Take one foot out, for example, right there, and then stand up. That would make the exercise easier. We're gonna start off a little bit harder. Say, Aunt, you can put that foot back in there. And what we're gonna do is called upright rows. And this is also making you do what we call scapula retraction, because you're gonna exhale and lift that band, leading with the thumbs, pointing towards your clavicles. Let's go. Belly button's tight. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's talk about form. You'll hear me repetitively tell my clients, retract your scapula, pull your belly button in, sit in your heels. I don't care what exercise you're doing, it's the same stance. If we're doing our exercise like this, we're not working the body. The body is not in correct alignment. And it's not good posture building. We're gonna rotate those shoulders back, retract those scapula, pull that belly button in. Now we're ready to do whatever job needs to be done. Next up, bicep curls, underhanded grip. Again, to make it the hardest, you got 2 feet in. If you need to make it easier, you step out with 1. Rotate those shoulders back, pull that belly button in, and let's go. Exhale, up. Now let's say you don't have any bands and you're at home, you're stuck. It's a winter storm. We just went through that, right? One little bitty. Tomato cans, milk jugs, nothing. As you can see, I'm in the middle of these people and I am still squeezing my bicep, yeah? So let's do 3 more for 3, 2, and 1. Where do we exhale? Halima, when do you exhale in an exercise?
When you go down.
When you go down, think about it.
Eccentric face.
When you come up, she's a trainer to the stars, we're getting there. When you come up, when you do work, right? Think about it. Go up again for me, Halima and Ann. When are you doing the work? On the way up, right? That's the hardest. So it's the concentric, right? So when you contract that muscle, you breathe. You let it go on the way down. So exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. All right, good. All right, so what did we do? We did bicep curls, yeah? And we did upright rows?
Yes.
Yeah? All right, I got my trusty little notes. Hold on, let me see what I forgot to do here. All right, I wanted to do front lifts. Oh, don't throw that too quick. Let's get that back a little bit, Halima. And let's do front rows. So you're gonna step in it. This is shoulder work. A lot of you guys, I always say summer bodies are built in the winter. That's what I tell my ladies. They wanna wait 2 weeks out before it's time to put on a bikini. No, we need to be doing this thing now. All right, so underhanded grip here, shoulders rotated back, belly button in, and again, you're gonna exhale, lift forward. Yes, give me 6 of those. As you can see, that's that anterior deltoid, man. And if you keep in those rhomboids engaged, you're also working your back. If you're keeping your belly button in, you're also working your abs. So you're always working everything. Give me 3 more. 3. When we're gonna breathe, Halima? 2, which way?
Going down.
Going down, Lord, when we gonna breathe?
Going up.
Going up. She'll get it. She'll get it. She'll get it. All right, good job, good job. All right, good job. All right, so let's kick those back. I think that's all we got for standing up. Okay, guys, so let's lay down on the mat and get our little black band. Oh, this is my favorite. Okay, first, let's not lay down. First, let's do the plank. Let's get that plank one, that plank jumps. the plank jacks. Let's get that out of the way. So guys, if you're ready to upgrade your plank and you're a beast and you can hold it for 2-3 minutes and you're bored and you want to up your game, right? We're gonna show you a way to do it. Halima, I'm gonna pull your mat up a little bit so you won't be kicking it when you jump. You want your feet out on the back of the cemented floor, right? And then your hands on the mat. Yeah, so that you can jump efficiently. So you're gonna get in a push-up position. Yeah, and so this is part of your respiratory and muscle building. All right, so Halima, you can kick your feet back, you guys. Make sure the back of it is off the mat because I don't want you to trip up on the mat. So Halima, come back towards me some more. Good, put it on the floor. There you go. All right, let's go. 10 jacks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop here, hold your plank, and we're gonna add in shoulder taps. Do not let your hips swivel. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back, break. So this is something too, you can say I'm gonna do 10 reps, or you can say I'm gonna go for 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna breathe and rest, and then we're gonna do it again. How you guys feeling? I know you're working hard. How you feeling?
It's a good workout.
It's a good workout. See how much we've done in like 15 minutes in a small space. So if you were in a hotel room, there's no excuse. You can always work out. Yeah, so this one, when do we breathe? We're gonna breathe all through the exercise. So you can either do a plain plank jack, or you can do it with the band. You guys ready? I'll jump in. I'm feeling a little guilty. Y'all doing all the work. And I'll do it without the band. You ready? Tuck your pelvis under, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold your plank. 10, shoulder taps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back. Inhale through your nose for 5 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 10. Take a couple more breaths there, guys, while I do this. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 10. Last breath in for 5. Exhale for 10. So now we need a little black band again. So you guys are good. These are good for sculpting your legs. I think they're called clamshells. I'm gonna call them clamshells. No, I'm just playing. I couldn't think of anything to call them, but it's working your abductors. All right, so we're gonna pull. As you can see, this band is tight. So, you know, if it goes away like this, it's not just you. Sometimes you gotta take time and flatten it back out. It's all good. Or if it doesn't get perfect, it's not supposed to be about perfection. So just get it as close as you can to flatten out. And then you guys, let's lay on our left side so it can be uniform. All right. So we're gonna work our abductors. Again, you're gonna pull your belly button in tight. You never let that belly button stay loosey-goosey. Bring your knees up some more, Halima, kind of 90 degree. Yes, all right, so that right knee goes up to the ceiling. Let's go, and down, keep going. Exhale, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Where did y'all feel that? Yeah, he felt it in his adductor. So it's supposed to be working your abductors, but everybody's different. We'll talk about that some other time. It's just like sometimes there's imbalances and one muscle turns off so the other muscle takes over. It's okay. I actually felt it in my gluteus medius. Where did you feel it, Helena?
I also felt it in my glutes.
Yeah, I felt it in my glutes.
My adductors.
In her adductors. Okay, so listen, flipping ourselves over. Again, everybody thinks squats is the #1 exercise to target the glutes. It's not. And everybody thinks the lower you get, you're working the glutes. Not true. The lower you get with higher weights, it's just making you a higher probability of tearing your knees apart.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. For real, for real.
Yeah.
So it's not about how low you can go. It's about, are you sitting in your heels and are you pushing through your heels? Because your heels activate your gastrocnemius, your calf. It does your bicep femoris, which is your hamstring, and then it gets your gluteus maximus. So actually, the workouts we're about to do right now, the clamshell was one, will activate the glute quicker than a squat. The second one we're about to show you is either hip thrusts or bridges. So we're gonna lay back guys. Arms are in a T. Walk your heels back as far as you can. And then what we're gonna do is lift our hips as high as we can and go up and down. Just give me 10 of them. 10, squeeze. 9, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that's direct activation of the glutes. Again, because we are pushing through the heel and we making the glute work directly instead of squatting with all the heavy weight on your back. So far, the weight is so far from your glutes. But when we're laying on the floor and pushing through our heel, the weight is the floor. That's the tension. So it's directly hitting it. It's not having to wait till you come all the way up with your weights on your back and struggling. And you're more apt to have bad form doing a squat and hurt yourself and tear your knees up and your ACs. All right, so there's another one we can do. You can also push up and then open up, and then you can also work 2 and 3 muscles at the same time, which is always a higher calorie burner. All right, here we go. We're going up and then open, close, down, up, open, close, down, up, open, close, down. 3 more, open, close, down, 2, open, close, down. Here we go. Good. And roll it up. How y'all feel?
Pretty good.
Woo!
Pretty good.
Get it in.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Happy new. Happy new. All right, did I do everything? Let me go to my trusty notes. I think you guys can help. Let's take these off. We're gonna do our last one. Hope you guys were able to work out with us today. How fun. So, Halima, if you grab your red band and then maybe bring me that yellow and orange, and then Ant is gonna bring his blue, and we're just gonna show you another one called Rose. Thank you, sweetie. All right, so these are the bands that a lot of people may know from going to physical therapy. You can also use these bands. These are what you start off with before you progress to the harder ones. Most often, right after surgery and things of that nature, they're not as tense, and then you can progress up to work with something a little bit harder. So we're gonna row and we're gonna work on our posture so we're sitting up nice and straight. We're rotating our shoulders back, retracting our scapula, engaging that rhomboid, pulling the belly button into the spine. And when we row back, we wanna pinch our sides with our elbows and we exhale on the way back. Okay, Lisa? Okay, here we go. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. All right, so that was, where'd you guys feel that one?
Hamstrings.
She felt, okay. So Halima felt in her hamstring, albeit it's not a hamstring exercise, but she's tight in her hammy, so I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. Bands are good for stretching and exercising at the same time. So stretching and building muscle. Yeah. So albeit we were rowing to work on, where did you feel it?
Shoulder blade.
He felt it in his shoulder blades. I felt it in my triceps.
Yeah.
So this exercise is really for the triceps, but that's not to say you won't feel it other places. Because when you work out and you lift weights or you create tension with a band, you're never only targeting one muscle.
Yeah.
There's a primary muscle. So when I rotate back, the primary is supposed to be the triceps, but it has supporting muscles to help you do your thing, right? So you will feel it in your delts. She's feeling it in her hamstrings because she has tight hamstrings.
Very tight.
So it's a work in progress. So speaking of that, that's how we're gonna end with a stretch. So you can also use these bands as stretching when you're done. All right, I prefer yoga bands because they don't give. However, this works too. And if it gives too much, what you do is you choke it up, tighten up on it. So I'll show you one of the basic stretches, and it's hamstring stretch. So we go straight back, keep a straight leg, left leg is straight, dorsiflex our toes down to our forehead. Pull, do you feel it, Aaron?
Yes, ma'am.
And I know Halima feels it.
My favorite.
She's been my client forever, so I already know. And you want to, guys, keep stretching. So let me talk about it, keep stretching. You want to hold a stretch over 30 seconds. Before 30 seconds, the brain does not even signal the muscle to release yet. So if you're holding your stretches for less than 30 seconds, and you're not seeing any results on your flexibility, it's because you're not holding them long enough. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
So you want to at least minimum hold each stretch for 30 seconds if you want to see results in becoming more limber. And it's always after the workout. Never stretch and lengthen your muscles before your workout. It's after. You walk for a warm-up, you can jog for a warm-up, you can do jumping jacks, but you stretch what, guys? After. Pull that in, pull that heel in. That's that external rotation. And then release. Come on up, guys. Thank you so much, Halima. Good job. Thank you. A little tap. And always a pleasure.
Always, sis, always.
Anything else you guys want to add?
No, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for joining us. That's it today. Hope you had a great workout. You can keep these things again under your bed for a quick workout. Throw them in your luggage when you go on vacation. No excuses. We'll see you back here at Get Fit with Gaston. It's been lovely. Yolanda Thompson, and we'll holla.